And you wanted these minors to put stockings and heels on. For why?
I just like that.
You like that?
Yeah.
The Giant.
Okay.
What were you doing down there? Is that it?
Yep. That's all I was doing, sir. Yep.
You sure about that?
I was supposed to meet some girls, but I said, no, I don't want anything to do with you because you're age. Exactly,
Yep.
That's why I did
so,
that.
but you were here. You did come to meet them. Okay, you were talking sexual with them?
Yes,
okay.
Yeah.
So, I just want to make sure that this never happens again.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
understand that.
can we just go sit down, have a nice conversation? After that, you can go your way, and I'll go my way.
Okay.
All right?
Yep.
You know, we'll sit down, we'll figure this out. Okay?
Yep.
How about right here? Just sit right here. So, you know, I got some light and stuff.
No, you're fine.
Okay?
Yep.
And I am recording for your safety and for my safety.
Yep, you're fine.
Can you just move right over here? Thank you. All right, so I just want you to know that I'm not here to take anything from you. Okay?
Yep.
I'm not law enforcement.
Okay.
But I'm just here to make sure that this doesn't happen again.
I understand.
Okay?
Yep.
You understand where I'm coming
Oh, yeah.
from?
Yep.
Okay. All right, cool.
Yep.
So, what was going on tonight?
Nothing. I didn't want to do anything. I was going to even tell them that I can't do that.
Okay.
I'm in fire department and EMS here in town, and I'm not putting myself.
Well, dude, thank you so much for your service, dude. I'm actually EMS myself. You know,
I want to thank you, sir.
volunteer. Yeah.
I just came back from New Jersey,
Right.
so I'm stressed out right now with everything going on down
Okay.
there. So,
All right. Yeah, man. Thank you so much for what you do. Seriously. You know, but there's a small problem.
no,
What is that problem, Brian?
what I wanted to do with them.
Can you speak up? I can't hear you.
What I wanted to do. And
What you wanted to do? Okay. What was it that you wanted to do with them?
just to hang out with them.
And how old were they?
14.
14.
A lot younger than me, which is.
And what,
very
you're
inappropriate.
56, right?
Very
This is
inappropriate.
very inappropriate,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Now, at any time during the text messages, okay, back and forth, did anything get like out of hand, you know, sexual? As far as did you get sexual with these minors?
I said I wanted to do stuff with them, and I said I changed my mind, and that no way am I going to do that and cause myself problems or them problems or have anyone else have any problems.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, because I do have the whole chat log here.
Well, I know that.
Okay.
Yep. Yep. Oh,
and thank God it was me
yep.
that you were speaking to,
Yep.
and not like their dad
Exactly.
or their mom. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I
Because that would have been
appreciate
real bad. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know.
Yep. Oh, I understand that.
What kind of stuff were you telling them?
Just wanted to kiss them and hug them and be with them.
Yeah. How come?
I don't know. That's one thing I have an issue with, and that's one thing I'm going tomorrow. I'm scheduling an appointment tomorrow because I'm having issues with that kind of stuff. I'm going to call the counseling center and see if I can get in to talk to somebody about.
You're gonna call the counselor and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
God,
Been
man.
single for years. So
Have you?
It bothers me a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, what kind of stuff bothers you? What's your
Everything.
issue?
Everything.
Like what? I'm just trying to understand.
Being lonely.
Being
not
lonely?
with anybody.
Well, Brian, being lonely is no excuse
No, it's not.
to be hanging out and talking sexual with these minors, because what was gonna happen? What was the intentions here tonight?
I was going to leave. To be honest with you.
But Brian, you came here, you did meet, you were at the meeting spot,
Yeah.
okay? I watched you walk in
Yeah.
to the Giant,
Yeah.
I waited for you to come out, and then I approached you.
Yeah.
And then you ran through the alley, didn't you?
No, I walk like I
Oh, you
always do.
walked?
Yeah. I don't
You must be a fast walker.
I am a fast walker, yeah. I'm not going to lie to you.
Because you've seen me.
I don't know who
No?
you were, so.
Okay.
No, I'm not
Because
afraid
you thought,
to tell you that.
because you thought you were looking for minors, not me. You were looking for two girls,
Right.
right?
Yep. Yeah, and that's when I was going to go in the opposite direction. I'm not afraid, I'm not going to lie to you.
You went in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you did.
Yeah.
I know, because you live that way.
No, I live this direction.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
Okay. What was the intentions? What was the game plan? What was said in the chat? Once you met these minors here, where were you gonna go? What was the game plan?
To be honest with you, sir, I was not. I was going to tell them I had stuff to do, lie to them, and leave.
Oh, really?
Yes. That's
Well,
how
Brian,
much I was thinking. I know what I said. My messages. And,
well, Brian, listen.
yes.
You're not the first person I've spoken to that's been in your shoes. You understand
Yeah,
that?
I understand.
Okay,
that.
so this is what I do. Okay.
Yeah.
I monitor online activity between minors and adults. Okay, so I wouldn't have drove almost 3 hours to come and talk to you.
Okay. No, I appreciate that, sir. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I have all the evidence. I would not have wasted 3 hours, well, 6 there and back, okay?
Yep.
If I didn't believe that you were going to come here and meet these minors and take them back and have sexual relations with them, because that is what the chat log says.
Yes, I know what it says.
No matter what you're telling me here right now, you could say, oh, I was going to walk away. I wasn't going to do anything. Can you turn that down, please? You could have said that like you did, but this says differently, right? Black and white, Brian.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
What were some of the things that you were telling these minors?
That's like how ladies wear stockings and heels and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, because I believe, Brian, you have a shoe fetish.
Mm-hmm.
And what were those that you...
Stockings.
Stockings, that's right, thank you.
Yep.
You have a stocking and shoe fetish, high heel fetish. You do, I know.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
What's the fetish about? What do you, I mean, what?
I've always had.
That's just you?
Yeah, that's just me.
Yeah. In this case, you wanted them to be put on minors, right?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Thanks for being honest, dude, you know?
Yeah.
So, what were some of the other things you guys were speaking about in the chat log here? There's lots of voice clippings.
Yeah. I was going to teach them about sex.
You were going to teach them about sex? What else?
Because they have said that they like being fingered, which they have done. They said they have done.
I don't believe that. Okay. No. But, nice try. But now listen. There's lots of voice messages going on in here.
Yeah.
What were some of the things that you were... Some more of the things that you were sending...
Hugging and stuff
kissing,
like that.
hugging, licking their privates, right? You wanted to lick their privates. Okay. Do you see an issue with that, Brian?
Yeah.
What's the issue? What is
Being
it?
with a minor, for one.
Right.
That can cause you a lot of issues right there because you don't know what they've had done.
Right.
That can get you jail time.
Absolutely. You could potentially go to jail over this.
Yeah.
Because you do realize that these 14-year-old minors, okay, their brains aren't developed yet.
Exactly.
Not till they're like,
advantage of them.
You're taking advantage. You're grooming them. You were grooming them in the chat log, right? Yeah. You lured them out of their house. You were being persistent.
Yeah.
And then you try to sneak around to go into the Giant, into the store. I seen you looking where you told them you were going to meet them. I seen you looking. Okay, I had eyes on you.
Right.
Okay.
No, okay.
So you were lurking.
Yep.
Okay, you walked around the area for a bit, then you went in. You didn't see him, you went in.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you did, right?
Yep.
Okay. So, you know, and like I said, dude, I wouldn't have drove almost 3 hours here to speak to you about this if I didn't have what I have.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. No, because you have proof right there.
I got everything black and white, man.
Yep. Exactly.
Okay?
Yep.
You were saying some vile stuff, dude. I mean, some nasty stuff. You know? Right?
I apologize for that, yes.
I mean...
To you and to them.
Yeah. This was a bad one.
Yes.
How are you feeling right now?
Pissed at myself.
Why are you pissed?
Because I shouldn't have done that, that's why. That's not fair to them or anybody else.
Definitely. You kept asking them, no parents home? No parents, your parents aren't home, your parents, your parents.
I asked them if they were parents home, yes.
You were trying to be very careful, very slick.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
I can't.
I'm glad that you came to me, sir. I'm not afraid to tell you that.
Yeah, good. Good, because what would have really, I mean, come on, dude, me and you, I'm by myself, there's no one here, it's just me and you, okay?
That's what I'm saying.
All right, I didn't have, I didn't bring the cops here, right?
Yes, exactly.
I could have.
Yes, that's exactly
right?
what you could have done.
But I am by myself.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt here.
Yep.
Okay. I just want you to explain yourself. I want you to be 100% honest with me. Okay. So, if they gave you consent, most likely there would have been some sexual involvement going on.
There would have been something.
There would have been something.
I would have had. I'm not going to lie to you, because as I was thinking afterwards, and it was like, you're a fucking asshole because you can't do that shit to them. And what I mean by that, I know what I said, and what I was thinking and what I wanted to do, and especially thinking about it. It's like, why the fuck would you want to do that to them? And being an asshole to them and ruining their lives and ruining my life as well.
Yeah. I mean, you definitely would have ruined their life.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
They would have had a lot of people.
They would have had, I mean, if you had sexual involvement with them, dude, the way that you were talking in here, I mean,
someone should just kill me, is what I'm getting at, because of that. And I'm not afraid to tell you that, because that's the way I believe it should be handled. And that's why I'm going to delete Facebook. I'm deleting everything.
You should delete social media after this.
I am. That's exactly what I'm going to do.
Right?
I'm not going to lie to you. Yeah, I'm going to delete Facebook Messenger. I'm going to delete everything. I think I'm actually thinking just get rid of my phone altogether.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
Yeah. Definitely should. Okay. Now, lots and lots of nasty stuff.
Yes.
You wanted
inappropriate shit.
Very. You wanted one of the minors to watch.
Yes.
To watch you with the other minor, right? What were you going to do? I mean, what exactly were you going to do?
Just kiss them and hug them, play with them.
Play with them how?
Play with their bodies and stuff.
Play with their bodies? Okay.
Yep. That's
All right.
exactly what I would have done.
Okay.
I wouldn't have let it get any further than that, because that's too much as it is.
Right. Absolutely.
That's going just right there, as long as it's going over the border to begin with.
Yeah, this whole
going
thing.
over the border already, just by even talking to them, is over the border.
Right. Absolutely.
That's what I got
the
to
moment
thinking about.
the moment they told you their age, which was right away, within the first probably 4 messages.
I should have stopped it right there.
4 messages into this chat log, they dropped the age.
Yeah.
Age drop, 14.
Yeah.
You should have blocked them and say goodbye.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, I should.
That's what any man would do.
Yeah.
Any right man.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
There was lots of talk about being, what this is right now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Are you the police? You promise. Over and over again, because you knew that it was wrong.
Yeah.
And you knew that you could have potentially ran into somebody like myself.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Have you seen stuff like this happen before, like online?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? People coming, confronting people that are meeting with minors?
I have not personally on myself. I've heard about that, but not personally on myself, and I'm glad that you did confront me. I'm not going to lie to you about it, because that puts me in my place.
Absolutely. I'm trying to hold you accountable here.
Thank you. That's
Yeah,
I appreciate that. So I need to think before I react.
Absolutely.
I'm not
you
gonna
were
lie
thinking with the wrong head tonight, Brian.
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, my job's here to take care of these minors, to keep them safe,
Yep.
keep these
Thank
kids
you.
safe.
Yep.
Because they would have not have been safe with you tonight.
Yep.
Yep.
And
then, you were being difficult towards the end. You really, really wanted to make sure that they were real.
Yeah.
You wanted pictures of both of them together. You wanted voice clips of both of them, right?
Because I didn't believe them.
Right. But you still came.
Yeah.
You still took that chance, Brian.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Why?
Being stupid. Thinking only about myself, nobody else. And that's exactly what it boils down to.
And then what's really creepy, dude, okay, is you wanted to know that address that they were at very bad.
Which was stupid on my part. Because
that's creepy, dude.
Yeah.
That's unsettling.
Yes.
Because what if you just took that address and just, you could have been, luring around the house. You could have been watching the house, watching them, and they would have never known. They don't know better.
Exactly.
Right? They don't know that.
That.
They don't think like that. They're not wired like that. They're not street smart. These are kids.
Yep. I never thought of that.
Okay?
Yep.
So as I'm going and going over this chat log, I'm reading, okay, what you were telling them, and oh, dude, I mean, you were pressuring them. I mean, what's the address? I need to know where you guys are. I need to know, right? That's what you were saying.
Yeah.
That's creepy, dude.
Yeah. I appreciate it. So, no, that's
It
needs to be. I need to address that.
Can you tell me exactly where you are? You kept saying, I need the address. Are you talking to any other minors? Be honest.
No, I'm not talking.
You haven't, no other minor has told you that they were young, or any other female told you that they were young?
Nope.
Not once.
Nope.
Okay. And you did send a picture of your privates to these minors that I'm talking about right now, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
So hold on.
I was just going to address that.
So listen, I've kept it 100 with you, okay, and I expect the same, okay,
Right.
because I didn't have, I could have just called the cops and said, you know what I mean?
Yep.
So I'm gonna ask you one more time, okay? And no, I do my due diligence before I come here, okay? I know everything, okay?
Yep.
Were you speaking to another minor, even if it was for a short period of time?
Earlier I was.
You were talking to her for a little bit on Saturday.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, how old is this other minor?
11.
11.
Yep.
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
Yes. And you sent a picture of your privates to her as well.
Yes.
So not only did you come here to meet two 14-year-old minors, but on Friday into Saturday, you were speaking with an 11-year-old minor sexually and sending her pictures of your privates. 11 years old. Not even a teenager. 11. What is going on?
Major issues that need to be addressed. I'm not lying to you.
It's safe to say now, Brian, you have a infatuation with kids. That's on the table. That's known.
No, I understand. Yeah,
right?
Right. Yep.
What made you talk the way you did with this 11-year-old minor?
No reason. I'm not going to lie to you.
You just felt like it was okay. You said, screw it, I'm just going to do it.
Yep.
Okay? You sent a picture
I know what I did.
of your penis to an 11-year-old child.
Yep.
Not only two 14-year-olds you were trying to meet, but you're talking to an 11-year-old. That's an issue.
Yeah. That's,
That's disgusting.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
That's why I said they should.
What if the 11-year-old's parents seen this?
They would shoot me, I would hope.
As any parent would. They would be very upset. They would most likely want to do that.
Yes.
You know? That's...
No,
This is out. This is very out of hand, because there's 3 minors here now that we're talking about, and you were very sexual with the 11-year-old as well,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Have you talked to any other minors?
In the past I have, but I also don't have those Facebook accounts.
Okay. How many other minors were you speaking to?
Over the years, to be honest, I don't know.
Okay. Now,
that's why I have been banned from Facebook a lot because of that.
Okay. All right.
You can go through that and you can.
Yeah, I mean, I seen all that. You know, when I did my investigation on you, you had quite a few Facebooks and stuff like that. You know, what about the pictures that you've had in your phone?
As far as showing my penis and stuff.
Minors. How many? Because I know, Brian. I know.
There's been quite a few. I couldn't tell you how many numbers. I'm not
Right.
kind of afraid to tell you
Okay.
that.
All right. Now, what kind of pictures are these that you had?
As far as
the minors, what type of pictures? Just regular pictures? Were they sexual?
both.
A couple of them were naked minors.
Yes.
Okay, see, I knew that.
No.
Okay, I
That's
knew
why
that.
I said both. That's
Right,
why I said
right.
that.
Okay, so I did know.
No.
Through my investigation, I did find out that you had some sexual pictures of these minors. Now, how old were these minors?
They were new teens.
Like 12, 13?
Yes.
Okay, and they were naked?
No.
Okay. Now, how did you get those pictures?
I asked them for those pictures.
And they sent you those
And
pictures?
I sent mine to them.
Okay. So you've done this a lot?
Over the years,
okay.
Yes.
And I knew that coming here?
No.
Okay.
No.
I knew that?
No.
Okay. No. How many do you think you might have had over the years? Just let's do an estimate. How much child porn do you think you had on that phone?
Probably 20 to 30 at least.
20 to 30 pictures of child porn on your phone. Okay. Thank you for admitting you do have child porn on your phone.
No.
Okay.
No.
And we're gonna try to get some help for you.
Okay.
Okay.
No.
What's the age range of this child porn that you have on your phone, from the youngest to the oldest?
At least from 11 on up.
11 on up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mostly adults.
Okay, but you do have children.
I don't have.
No, children
phone.
in your phone that are naked and all that.
Those are the ones I have right on my phone now.
Okay. You didn't get those any other place but Facebook? No? Moving on, you saved all these pictures of these minors on your phone?
In the past, yes.
Okay, they're on there now, you said?
Well, these ones are right here.
Right.
That I have now, yes.
Right, but
The
5
ones-
months ago,
They're gone.
they're gone?
Oh, yeah, the phones are smashed. So there was no saving those.
So...
There was no...
So... Let's just say somebody goes through your phone.
It's kind of hard to do that when they're broke apart.
No, this phone that you got.
Well, if they do,
Is there any CP on there?
what do you mean?
Is there child porn on this phone right now?
No, as far as... No, you can look at it. I'm not afraid to tell you.
No, that's okay.
what
Put it away.
No, that's what's on there, right there.
Okay.
That's what-
Nothing's saved on Facebook, like in any of the chats or anything, but you have received it in the past.
In the past, yes.
Okay.
That's why I was banned quite a lot from Facebook. In the
Okay.
past. I'm not lying to you.
Okay.
I had to make different accounts, and even then they would catch Facebook caught a hold of that and ban me again.
Right.
Which I'm, and now that's the way they work.
How are you feeling right now that, you were caught? Yeah. How do you
I'm
feel?
okay with that because that puts me in my place, and I'm not going to lie to you that. Reinforce myself tomorrow to call the counseling center and say, hey, I've got these issues going on, talk to a counselor, and if I have to check myself into a hospital, I'll do that.
I think you need more than a hospital.
Be put on meds, whatever, not even be around kids, not even be around anybody.
I think you need more than a hospital, dude, because this is more than a mistake. This is bad, Brian. What do you think? Like, let's just say if the community around here sees this,
They wouldn't want me around here.
they wouldn't want you here. This is a pretty tight-knit community. You got a lot at risk here. Your job. You're a firefighter, right?
Yep.
Yep. Oh, shit. Somebody must have called the cops. I bet you it was that lady that walked by. She probably overheard us talking. But I'll put a good word in for you. Don't worry, okay? All right? Hi, how are you?
Oh.
How are you?
Good.
What's going on?
So Brian here came here to meet two 14-year-old minors for sexual acts. And he was also speaking to an 11-year-old minor sexually, sending her private parts, talking very sexual. And then he did even admit to having child porn on his phone, and he has been looking at it.
Okay, I'm gonna have you step over here
Sure.
and chat with you.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
Yep, I'm gonna
sorry.
talk to him.
Yep. Hi, how are you?
Good.
Good.
What's your name?
I'm, my name's Nikki.
Nikki?
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Okay, Nikki. What's going on?
Hold on, guys. We're discussing personal information right now.
boys
I
and
will
girls,
unmute
let's see
as soon as I
let's
can.
see what's
here. Just stay
happening.
tuned, please. Thank you. It's looking good. It is looking good. All right, let's see what's going on here. Oh boy, looks like he's going in. Oh buddy, we got an arrest. Let's go, baby. All right, there you guys got it. The police officer said that to meet them down at the police station. So that's what I'm gonna go do. I'm gonna go make my statement. Have them get all the chat logs that I have, and we're gonna use that and this live for evidence. We got one. 3 hours away. Well worth it. And if it wasn't for you guys, the followers that I have, that gave us donations to get out here, this could not be possible. Okay, I just want you guys to know that, and we very, very, very much appreciate that. I'll drive. You know what I mean? We'll get there. We just gotta, do what we need to do, like we've been doing, and keep working hard. And we'll get there. It's a pretty good catch. He did admit to having CP on his phone, talking to quite a few other minors. He was speaking with 2 14-year-old minors, along with an 11-year-old, talking very, very sexual to that 11-year-old. It's disgusting. So we'll see what the detectives and the police down here at the police station, we're going to see what the turnout's going to be. Thank you all so much for tuning in, showing the support, showing love. Please go follow my TikTok, NikkiSal814. Starting to build that page up. Hopefully we'll go live here on TikTok pretty soon and start making a little bit more content. And if you're not following me, guys, please hit that follow button so you guys get the notification when I go live. If you guys, a lot of you have messaged me, oh, I missed your live, I'm always late. Hit that follow button. You won't be late. So with that being said, guys, thank you guys so much again. Take care, stay safe. On to the next after this one, guys. Later.